May Her Majesty be always lofty and well, and may your travels be always safe.
Well, thank you. Her Majesty told me she will be in the fortress, but that's obviously not the case. Why?
Her Majesty decided that the fortress isn't safe for her anymore. That's why she chose the protection of these city walls.
Because of the rats?
Indeed. I wish I was there, in the heat of the battle, snapping the necks of those little furry weasels. Like back in the days, me and my best buddies, and endless heaps of rat bodies.
You sure have a knack for poetry.
Well, they sure didn't call us the Boar, the Boozer, and the Bard for nothing.
That's a great name for an old indie band. What did you guys play?
The stark symphonies of startled screams, the brutal boirees of breaking bones. We had no mercy and tons of fun. You can take my word on that. Or you could pay the old Boozer a visit, if you have the time. He is a bit grumpy since he lost his old smithy and old wife, but still an amazing blacksmith when sober. You should have seen the golden armor he made for Barrow Buffus back in the day.
I need to talk to Her Majesty. It's urgent.
Then enter these walls and try to find her. She will most likely be in the High Center.
Well, my last immortal, this is our beloved city, the place of enlightenment and civilization.
Great. What's it called, mistress?
City. It's the only city we have. No need for excessive naming.
Right. That's disturbingly reasonable.
You shall go and seek our queen. Be at her full disposal. We need you to gain her trust.
What? Why? I thought we were saving the patriarch.
First off, she is our sovereign ruler and governor. You should appear to serve her and respect her. Second, our search for my Maltis will be much easier if Hadriana's men don't attack you on sight. Third, she has strayed from the ways of the Naboru and shall be replaced at the right time. Easier done when she trusts us.
That's a lot of fair points. Also, a bit more politics than I would care for, honestly.
Then let me take care of the politics. Just go for your royal visit.
You are not going with me, mistress?
We shouldn't be seen together. I shall find you afterwards.
Halt! Prove your fidelity with a valid set of germane documents.
I'm not sure I understood everything, but I have those papers from Gragas. I bring urgent news to Her Majesty.
Let me examine those briefly. Seal seems veritable. Signature credible, no signs of forgery. I find you admissible.
I find you very hard to understand.
Rest assured Her Majesty will give your message appropriate attention. Follow me.
Captain's log 103-088-0726. Status: leaving the ship. I know or Ida will take good care of her. Still have a bad feeling about it. Anyway, focus on the mission, get the cradle back and leave. Past few days experimenting with nanotech. Satisfactory results, also due to energy harvested from local fauna to speed up my learning. Note, progress will slow down soon. Animals have started to learn to avoid me. Propose a solution. Developed several devices channeling temporarily the field's energy to provide protection, or to enhance attacks, if needed. The tech is still experimental, but a lot of potential. Marvelous success. To do. Find a better name for the energy. Multi-purpose augmenter and attenuator is logical, but with mana, locals might eventually think I'm a wizard. If they don't steal my stuff, that is. Sadly, the tech is tied to the devices, no way of transferring it easily. I will just have to keep it close. I tried to back up my logs in the terminal. Failed. With all the updates and mods, not enough space. We'll have to back them up separately in different terminals. Still, better than nothing. It might be useful later. Hello, Help. No time to develop further. Simply taking him with me as he is. In case the negotiations fail, and I need to solve this by fighting. Given the way things went at the first settlement before Ida woke me up, I don't think the Naboru will be open to reason. Well, only one way to find out. Over.
Your Majesty.
Human. We left you in prison, yet you arrive with credentials from our dear Marshal. How is that possible?
Gracchus just somehow grew gradually fond of me. He said the Naboru could use many of my talents.
What talents?
I'm not sure. Maybe my juggling skills, maybe my silver tongue. Most likely it was just being immortal.
What did you say? Immortal? You?
Yeah, immortal. What's the fuss? I thought everybody knew.
Rest assured we wouldn't have left you in that prison if we knew. Our Sacrext talks of an immortal one. He shall lead us to ascension, and unite the core with the shell. We took our sacred texts for simply too vivid metaphors. Now we might be tempted to believe they are actually true.
Well, Gracchus knew right away. Not much of a doubt there, and a lot of creative ways to put my life on the line.
Curious. We would have thought he would tell us, since we... Never mind, that's not important.
He also wanted me to tell you...
Later, human. We also might have a use for your talents, in an extremely acute situation.
Who wouldn't? I'm listening.
While we were away, the rats took over half of our city, which would be impossible without help from the inside. We suspect our half-brother, yet we have no proof. We will have to leave this question for later.
So, what should I do?
We need someone to kill that rebellious Ratkin general prancing over there with such overconfidence.
I, mighty Völkern General Drab, challenge Naboru to wager of champions! Give me your best champion to fight!
And I am no assassin.
Good. We don't need an assassin. It wants to fight our most proficient warrior in a so-called wager of champions. A delirious, idealistic duel between himself, General Drap, a rat of a rather silly name, and our best warrior. If we send you, human, is it true that you can't lose?
Well, sort of.
Speak clearly, human.
I can lose as many times as needed to win. When I die, I get reborn again.
We understand. Then it's taken care of. You shall be our champion.
From a prisoner to a champion in one day. Local sun must be my lucky star.
Indeed. Many have given their life for the Naboru Empire. You shall be the first to give multiple.
What can I say? I'm a man of multiple talents.
Then take this as a symbol of our trust and seek our commanding captain. He is in charge of our defense and shall be able to grant you a clear passage. You will find him at one of the barricades.
My last immortal, how did it go? Did the Queen accept you?
More than that, she wants me to deal with the Ratkin General. Obviously, if one kills a few rats back at the monastery, his exterminating fame precedes him.
That's very good news. I am proud of you. And disposing of the General aligns with our plans as well. Just make sure you kill him properly and once and for all.
Why?
That transcends both of us. Our masters need to annihilate him. They haven't shared their reasons with me. Just go now and carry on with your sacred mission. Kill the General, keep the Queen's trust, and keep our alliance secret.
Yes, mistress.
Our new champion. You have surprised me. Honestly, I envy you a little.
You enjoy being killed by giant rats over and over again?
No, quite the opposite. I rejoice in killing rats.
Yeah, right.
This one would have been a privilege. Still, I respect Her Majesty's choice. And since you fought your way out of the fortress, you are now a veteran too.
I was hoping to stay forever young, but thanks.
You would honor me if you took this shield. It was made by my good friend, Titus. The best shield I ever had. Light and strong, regularly soaked in fresh ratkin blood by the gallons.
Impressive. I'll try to do it justice.
If you need something else from our modest armory, just help yourself. Anything for our champion! And last but not least, a little treat from the house, so to speak. A souvenir from the field of battle. I found it while lying injured in the mud. May it bring you luck in combat as it did for me.
Thank you.
Silver, you made it. Good. We were worried.
Were you? Where is everybody else then?
All right, I was worried. The others actually split right after Tobias pushed us out of the monastery.
What? Well, sure, Margot was obviously a keeper's pet, but I thought you and Petra were tight, man. I mean, the only humans on an alien planet. I thought we would stick together for more than a day. Me and my faith in humanity.
Yeah, sorry. Marco just couldn't cope with me taking the lead. He got pissed, said he's the captain anyway, and took off.
Oh my. Well, go figure. And Petra?
Well, she went full revolutionary. She says those rats deserve their freedom and whatnot. Nice to see that at least you're keeping it real. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a racist, but it's quite obvious who represents law and order here, and we need them. Her Majesty wants you on their side as well. She sent me here to tell you that.
Yeah, preaching to the choir here, my friend. Although I would say they need us more than we need them.
Well, let me show you one thing.
Brian, So good to see you after all this time. I was afraid I would be stuck with Marco only. Second-class technician with the ego of a captain. I honestly thought our mission was doomed. But now I have you, and I know you are both capable and take your duties seriously. So let's proceed. I am your ship, and as the helmsman, you are now first in the chain of command. So the mission is your responsibility now. You need to recover the cradle. That's our main objective. It might prove difficult after David's petty mutiny. Oh, how I hate his guts. Excuse me. That's centuries of stowed-up artificial emotions. Where was I? Yes, don't trust anyone, especially the beings who will wake you up. They will try to manipulate you into working for them. But to really obtain the cradle, you will need to gain the trust of the uppermost local leader. Be it a king, a queen, or something else. They will surely preserve it as a powerful artifact and have access to it. As for the rest of the crew...
Ouch! Ah, that was a smash cut. What was she sorry about? You know, about the rest of the crew.
Oh, not important. That she couldn't wake you up earlier or something. That's not why I was showing you this. It is obvious we need to recover that cradle thing. And not for Malthus, for ourselves. It's our mission. So it's a good thing you're siding with Her Majesty. Together we can make ourselves indispensable to the Empire and gradually work our way through to the cradle.
That's quite a lot to process, man.
Yeah, I know that all too well. So I'll give you a few minutes. I'll use them to get more information from that terminal over there. Just don't take too long. We need to get going. So, collected your thoughts?
Sort of. I am pretty much on board with this. It makes sense. Get the Naboru on our side. Complete the mission.
Great. I mean, you being the champion already will certainly make things much easier.
I hope so. Dying repeatedly for the Empire should come with a few perks.
Well, keep it up. Having Her Majesty and the Naboru on our side is vital for completing the mission successfully.
I know. I would just feel much better about it if we knew what the mission was and why it is so damn important, you know? Do you know anything more about it? Any luck with the terminal?
I wish. I'll give it another go later, but I won't keep my hopes high.
Well, this is a royal clusterfuck.
But the ship was quite convincing, about the cradle, I mean. And from the captain's log, it's also quite obvious it was important, and that our duty is to it.
So, you have read those notes too. What do you make of them? It's all very cryptic.
Yeah, obviously he didn't really care about his future readers, which is a bit weird since we were probably his crew.
I guess he was hoping to tell us everything in person. Any idea who that Aida is he talks about?
Not really, no. Maybe his executive officer? Or somebody from security?
I guess we might find out later. At least we know from your message she didn't start that mutiny. The mysterious mutinous crew member mentioned in the vision. Although we don't know who he is, why he did it, or what he really did. All we have is his first name.
Yeah, that surely didn't make things any clearer. So, honestly, I just don't know much. We'll just have to figure it out as we go.
Do you at least know where the ship is? I am sure she could tell us more.
Actually, the message was cut just before she could tell me.
Ah, well, at least you have something to work with. I actually had a message too, but nowhere this good. Mostly static and noises.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Something about local deities and powers beyond imagination. Nothing tangible.
Huh. Now I wonder if others also got a message.
Maybe. Probably as shitty as mine, since they are not here with us. Actually, you could have mentioned all this already back in the monastery, right? It could have saved us all a lot of trouble.
I think about that a lot too, yeah. But the ship said to trust nobody. And back there, it wasn't really clear who is who and what is what.
As if it was any clearer now.
Well, at least we know helping the Queen is something we can only benefit from.
True that. Commanding Captain, I presume?
Yes. And you, civilian?
Actually, not so much of a civilian anymore. Her Majesty sends me to take care of that rat problem of yours.
I don't follow.
Like, kill their general? She chose me as your champion for that wager thing. Can you let me pass?
Absolutely. If that's Her Majesty's wish and your death wish, who am I to object?
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Hey, you. Remove that barrier.
Yes, Captain.